Hi there, beautiful thrivers. Welcome back to another video with Thriving in Chaos. It is WTF Wednesday, weekly tracking of finances. We're here to unstuff some cash. So thank you guys for being here. Click that subscribe button, like the video, and let's go. Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. Before we get started into this WTF Wednesday, let's go ahead and grab today's prompter card. If you're new to my videos, this is a prompter card. It's basically a conversation starter. So I'll ask and answer the question on the card in this video, and you guys can put your answers in the comments below. Just a little something to help us get to know each other better. So today's prompter card is, I think we just did that one recently, or one like it. Let's keep going. I've never used a pickup line. Never. In my life. Except when it was just jokes to my husband. But let me know, what is the best pickup line you've ever used or heard? For me, it's, are you using Wi-Fi? And when they answer yes, you say, I knew I was feeling a connection. Something cheesy like that. But what about you guys? What is the best pickup line you've ever heard or used in your life? Let me know in the comments below. That should be funny. All right, it's WTF Wednesday time. Time to get this started. We have some expenses to track. We have some bills to track. We have some credit card to track. We just have it all. We have it all. If this is one of the first times ever watching one of my WTF Wednesday videos, I have been doing this for maybe about 2 years now, every single Wednesday of my life. We go through the entire past week of online digital spending, credit card spending, cash spending, and what bills came out. Let me explain. So, every single week, I go through my bank account and see what we have swiped for. It's very important because we have an account buffer we use to swipe, but we need to pay that money back so that we continue to have an account buffer. Otherwise, we wouldn't have an account buffer and we wouldn't be able to do these things. So, definitely important. We have to pay that back, and then we have a credit card that my hubby uses for gas purchases, so we got to pay that back too. Then on top of all that, we do make cash purchases as well sometimes, so we will have some cash purchases that we need to go through just to find out exactly how much we have spent in the past week in all ways. And then after all of that is done, we will go through the bills, find out what bills have come out, how much they were, make sure that they were paid on time. All my bills are on auto pay, so it's really important. I am always constantly checking up on that and making sure things are working the way they're supposed to. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope that you get some inspiration for this. My main reason for doing this on video with you guys is to keep myself accountable. Otherwise, I'll make an excuse as to why I don't want to do it today, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then before you know it, we have spent our entire account buffer, there's no money in the bank, and then we're screwed. So that is what this is preventing, and you guys are keeping me accountable, which I hope, in a way, it is inspiring you guys to keep yourselves accountable as well. Okay, so this is basically how I'm making the cash envelope system work for me. I've explained everything that I can think of. These are stickers you'll see me use later, but let's get started. This is honestly going to be a pretty easy week because we didn't spend much at all. So on the 8th, I did have one purchase, and that was for a gaming purchase. This time I'm going to take it from my wallet. It was $3 rounded up and 1 cent for our Save the Change challenge. If you don't know, what I like to do is I round up whatever the cost is, I round it up to the next dollar, regardless of what the change is. So if it's 1 cent, 5 cent, 65 cent, we're rounding up to the next dollar regardless. Unless it's 0, then I'll leave it there. So that just allows us to slowly build our account buffer over time without really doing anything at all, other than just rounding up. So with that said, that's the only purchase that we've made, swiping. So yes, I know, anticlimactic, but I enjoy it. But we do also have credit card purchases we need to track. So I'm going to do this in a different color just to keep them separated. Starting with the 3rd, We have our credit card gas purchase. I'm just going to put credit card gas. And it was a total of $28. Original cost was $27.60, so that's 40 cents that we're adding to our save the change, but I'll pull this out just in case, just in case. Sometimes I don't trust my own math, and sometimes I don't trust my own calculator because I make so many mistakes. It's ridiculous. On the 4th, my hubby got more gas. He travels quite a bit for his job. I say this almost in every video because I feel like I need to explain why he gets gas almost every single day. Well, that's why, because he travels quite a bit. The original cost was $25.39. We rounded that up to 26, so we get to put 61 cents towards our account buffer. On the 6th, he got some more gas, and that was for 21. It was 20.01, so we get to put 99 cents towards our account buffer. And then on the 8th, he got more gas, and that was $20. He actually made it that time even. And then he got gas one more time, and that was for 27. Original cost $26.74, and that is 26 cents over that we get to add to our save the change. So let me write some of these things down. I should have done this prior to the video, but I didn't, so here we are. Our account buffer, sometimes we have to take from this if we don't have the money for it. So we don't want to do that if we can help it. We also are tracking our bank spending, what we spent out of the bank. So that this time is just $3. We are tracking our credit card. And now I know I'm going to get asked. These are the pens that I'm using. It is a Frixion Pilot clicker erasable pen. I love them. They write good and they erase. So, yeah. Credit card spending. Let's see what that is in total. 122, which is way more than I have. So, yay. I'm going to have to figure that out. Then we're also going to track our cash spending, which you'll see me do here shortly. What else do we track here? I think that's it. And then just the save the change. Save the change. Let's go ahead and calculate that up while we're here. So, $2.27. Yay. Okay, so that's about all there is to that. What I'll do now is go ahead and put my squares on, and I just like to use these stickers so that I have check boxes, if you will, to check mark off as we pull the cash for that. But let me set all of this up, and then we'll get started pulling some cash. And as per usual lately, I keep forgetting to put these no spin stickers down. I may quit doing this part just because we're tracking so many different things that it's rare nowadays to have some no spins, but yeah. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is pull out this gaming right here out of my wallet. I spent it, I know, and yeah. I'm using some ones for that. So $3 there to cover that gaming purchase. And then the rest of this is gas. I know I'm going to be over, so I'm going to keep this off to the side, and I might have to use some of my spending money for that. Not exactly what I wanted to spend it for, but that's just the nature of living, I guess. So let's see what we have in gas. We needed 122, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, and 3. So 83. That is $39 that we need. So, yay. Okay. I think I'm going to let's see, I think I still have the 20 here from kids spending. And then we have 19. I'll just take this 20 and then we'll give one of these ones back. Okay. It is what it is. And while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and take out this and these. Let's see. Yep. And long term, I have some news to tell you guys. Stay tuned for that. And reserves. All right, so I'll explain the cash system that I have for myself in just a second, but let's make sure we have 122, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 1, 2. So that's 122. That's exactly what we needed, so we can check all of these items off. We've covered everything. All right, so let's talk about some things. So I have an interesting story for you guys regarding our vacation plans. So if you've been following me, which I think there's quite a few of you that have been. Oh, this is 2. Okay. We started our plans being that we were going to take a cruise this year, right? Who was with me for that? I don't think I'm putting any of these on. Okay. I'll calculate that in a minute. I can't talk and do this at the same time. Okay. So we started with a cruise. That was the plan. Then we found out we owed thousands of dollars to the government. Don't know how, still haven't figured that out, but yeah, we owe thousands of dollars to the government now. So we're going to be paying that off. And we had to change our plans because going on a cruise for 6 people, which my family is a family of 5, but lately we've been bringing my daughter's best friend with us. So it's been a family of 6 going on vacation. Which is not a big deal if you're just renting a beach house or something, because it's not per person. On a cruise, though, it's per person. So it was getting really expensive with the drink packages, the excursion that we wanted to take, the 2 rooms that we had to get. Like, it was getting costly, on up there to about $8, $9, maybe even close to $10,000. So we just made the executive decision that we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it now that we owed all this money to the government. So we changed our plans. Who was with me for that? We changed our plans and we found a house, an Airbnb, that we were going to rent. We put a down payment on that. We lost some money for the down payment of the cruise, but it was fine. It wasn't too bad. And so then we put a down payment on this Airbnb, and we decided we were going to go to Orlando and we're going to take the kids to Harry Potter World. I wish I had done a lot more research on that. I really do. But the more I was adding it up, the more it was becoming pretty comparable in cost to the cruise. Like, no lie. $1,600, that was with a discount for just the tickets to get into Harry Potter World or Universal Studios. Just the tickets. And I was having a really hard time finding some justification for that, as well as finding it hard to save for that. So then we had a couple back out on us, so that made the cost of the house that we were renting more for everyone that were going. And it just was not working out. You know when you need to call it, you got to call it. So I did that. I called it and I said, you know what? We're not going to do this anymore. We're going to lose some money on a deposit because according to the policy that was online, you would only get 50% back if you canceled within this amount of time. So like if we had canceled within like the first 30 days, I think we could have gotten our full. If we canceled between that time and then another date given, which is just before we would go, then we would get 50% refund. And then after that date, then you get no refund, right? So I'm thinking in my brain, we're going to get 50% back refund of what we put down, which was $1,350. Let me tell you, that man didn't give me a dime back. Not one dime. It was ugly. It was ugly. It really, really was. I contacted Airbnb and I said, look, I am trying to cancel this reservation. We don't need it. And according to your website, it says if I cancel within this amount of time, within these dates, I can get a 50% refund. That's what it said, right? It didn't go into any more detail than that. When I clicked on it, when I started the process, it was showing me getting 0 refund. And I said, why? So instead of going through with the cancellation, I called Airbnb to help maybe possibly explain it to me because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It turns out that 50% back would be the total of the rental. And the $1,350 that I put down as a deposit doesn't even come to half. So I get no money back. I was like, excuse me? Your website does not make that very clear at all. At all. When you are booking, it says, book now. If you cancel within 30 days, then you get all of your refund back. You get a full refund. Excuse me, refund of what? The money that you paid, right? And the house wasn't due until September. So who would have that paid unless you're just rich? So what refund are they talking about? And so basically it is the total value and you only get half of that back of the total value. And if your deposit didn't meet that half, then you don't get any money back. And they were basically trying to make me feel good about the fact that they weren't going to charge me the remainder that would have made it half. I said, are you kidding me? I said, no, this is not. And to Airbnb's credit, they did try and help me a lot. They had a lot of sympathy on me. They really, really felt for the situation. And they contacted the host and they pleaded with him to anything. And I told him, look, I'm not even expecting a full refund. Anything back from $1,350 would be great, but we cannot make this vacation. So please, can you help? And so they reached out to him and he immediately told them no. Even though he has 4 to 5 months from here to the date that we had rented to find somebody else to rent that property, which it will be rented. So he got $1,350 free from me for doing absolutely nothing. And I was very upset. I still am very upset about it. I lost $1,350. That will be the last time I rent with Airbnb. That's the first time and the last time I ever do that. So, yeah, I'm hot, guys. I'm still hot about it. I'm still really upset about this. So, we're just going to have to live with it. We're going to start from 0. We did find a very cheap beach condo. And when I say cheap, I mean it's cheap and it looks cheap, but we just need it to sleep. I mean, it's a nice condo. It's just this particular one that we rented is not decorated well. It just, when you go to the beach and you get in a condo that's just the bright colors and the fake palm trees everywhere, like it just, it looks like a very cheesy decorated condo. So we're going to deal with that. But the condo itself and the resort that it's sitting on is great and amazing. And it's cheap and it's right on the beach and it's what we want. So we're going to do it. We already put money down for the deposit. I already gave the money back to the other couple that had already given us $500. So that's why you're going to see this. So we put down our deposit and then we gave the money back to the other couples that were going on the other one. So that's what you're seeing there. We're changing it up. It's going to be a very cheap vacation, but we'll be on the beach and that's all that matters. And yeah, lessons were learned, guys. Lessons were learned. This has been the worst time I've ever had in planning a vacation. And I have learned some lessons this time. I have definitely learned some lessons. So with that said, we spent $1,215 in cash, mainly because of that vacation. But we've got it settled. We know what we're going to do. We're just going to save up what we can before we go. All we need really is just money to get there, food, and money to get back. Like, we've got the beach. We've got nice pools. They have putt-putts there. They have a whole bunch of, like, different things that you can do on the resort itself for free. I'm sure we can find some free things to do around the local area. But we've got what we want. We wanted the beach. We've got a pool. And that's good enough for us, and we've got a place to rest our heads. So that was a long-winded story. If you're still here, thank you. Heart in the comments. Thank you for being here and listening to my long-winded story. Okay, so we're done here with the cash spending. That means we didn't take anything from our account buffer. And we've got all of our numbers here. So let's see what we spent in total. We spent $3 in bank spending. We spent $122 on the credit card. And we spent $12.15 in cash. And that is $1,340. And in case you're wondering why you don't see the deposit of the vacation on here, because obviously I didn't pay that in cash, that's because I had to go and deposit it first, and then went and made that deposit on the condo. So I just pre-did that, so that's why I'm not adding it here, because obviously that's been done and done. So let me put these back in, and then we'll finagle with some numbers, then we'll get to the bills. And in case you were wondering, which I realized I didn't explain for any new watchers, this is basically just a budget sheet. I don't have trackers in any of my envelopes here. I use this to track our cash spending. So if we spend out of an envelope, we write the envelope we took the money out of, and we put the amount. So each binder has its own, and it just helps me track that binder as a whole. So that will do it on this. All right, so let me separate the $3. 1, 2, 3. This is the 122. Pull this back out. So what I've been doing, and I don't know if it's working, but I feel like it is, but what I have been doing, this is $10 that my son bought something. I owe him $2 actually. So I'll pull $2 out so I can give that to him when he gets home. And this goes into my spending account. So that's $11 now go into my spending account. And then what I've been doing for the credit card spending is basically any money that goes towards the credit card, I've been putting together like this and just holding it instead of putting it in the account, because I am just so scared that we're going to spend it thinking that it's money that we can use. I don't want that. I don't want to run the risk of not being able to pay my credit card off at the end of the week or the month or whatever. So we're not trying to do that. But look, I just put week 2, we spent $122. Let's see what that is in total. That's $289 in 2 weeks just in gas, just for my hubby, not mine. That's crazy. Let's make sure this is $289. 1, 50, 70, 90, 210, 30, 50, 70, 80, 85, 86, 7, 8, and 89. So $289 so far. And like I said, I'll just let this build up over the month, and then once it's getting closer to its due date, I just deposit all of this and then pay the credit card right off. So I have been keeping this separate. I probably should make a completely different envelope just for like credit card spending or something, just so I can have that separate from here. But for now, the paper clip is doing its job. All right, so now I want to transfer some numbers into my main budget book. And that is just so that at the end of the month when I'm closing things out, I'm not like bouncing between two different books to do that. So I just have a whole page here that is specifically for these numbers so that we can track them. I realized I didn't write down the save the change, but oops, it wasn't 2. It was $1.51. And I know I made some kind of mistake. You guys had told me, I think it was with regards to the save the change. I never came back and fixed it. Full disclosure, I just didn't. So I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll go back and look. Maybe it's just not important enough to me. I don't know, but whatever. All right, so 5.3 to 5.9. Let me do some quick writing, then we'll transfer these numbers. All right, so for bank spending this week, we spent 3. For credit card spending, we spent $122. For cash spending, we spent $1,215. And then for the save the change, we saved $2.27. All right, so our running balance for bank spending is $203. Our running balance for credit card spending, $289. Our running balance for cash spending, $2,029. And then our save the change so far this month is $3.78 for doing absolutely nothing. All right, so now that I have these numbers transferred, I can call this book done for the day. After I put these back on. This is basically like my little bookmark. All right. And now we're going to track our bills to close up this whole entire week of tracking. I had some bills come out. So I told you guys my house payment went up. So our mortgage now is $1,193.13. So it went up not quite, but close to $120. Yay. Fun times. All right, I'm going to go out of order. This is just the order that it came out of my bank account. So bank fee was $5. It came out. Microsoft is, let's see, $9.99. I still don't know what that is. YouTube Premium, $11.99. Netflix, $19.99. Prime, $14.99. Spotify, $15.99. And Hulu for $92.98. Okay. That was a lot of bills. We have a lot of money come out in the very big first half of the month, like a lot, and then, you know, a little bit after. Okay, so we've got all of those bills that came out. That's cool. Let's see. Let's put them in here like normal. Still have no idea where my black or blue pen went. Nobody seems to know. They just disappeared. So we had our mortgage come out for $11.93.13. We had Netflix come out for $19.99. We had Prime come out, the first one, for $14.99. Yes, I have 2 Primes. Can't figure out what the second Prime is from. We have Spotify for $15.99. We had Hulu come out, $92.98. We had our bank fee come out for $5. Gas already came out. We had YouTube come out for $11.99, and then we had Microsoft come out for $9.99, and Cricket has not come out. I think that's all. Yeah, so we just have the rest of the month, but a lot came out, so that's good. And then we did do a DIY video last Friday, and we did one on Monday. We got my daughter's binder going so that she can start cash stuffing on her own. If you guys haven't been watching these, which I know a lot of you haven't, you should check it out. It's just a different way to make cash envelopes, make them more personal. And I'm doing this for my daughter currently right now, and I love it. It looks so cute. So you should check it out. And then, of course, we did today's WTF Wednesday. So we will have a cash stuffing on Friday and a cash stuffing on Monday. And then I forgot. I do have another DIY video I can do next, not this upcoming Friday, but next Friday. So yay for getting 3 envelopes for her done this month. That's cool. Okay, so that's about it. That wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you a little bit, even though my troubles are my troubles and I'm expressing them with you guys. I know I lost a lot of money just this year on deposits. Lessons were learned. I will never make this mistake again. We need to be certain when we are making deposits on places, because you're not always going to get kind-hearted individuals who are feeling for you and understanding that you can't make a trip that you planned months in advance and just give some money back. But, you know, it is what it is. And we just move forward, right? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on Friday for our cash stuffing. Looking forward to it. It is going to be a really stressful month, so I hope you guys don't mind me if I seem a little stressed. I am. I've lost so much money, and this month in particular, both of our paychecks are going to be very base pay, no bonuses attached, so they are very limited. I probably won't be able to stuff very much, but just in our needs and necessities. So you're going to see this entire month of how it looks being strapped for a family of 5 with a lot of bills. So looking forward to it. I will see you guys on Friday. Have a great one, and as always, until next time, bye.